Ron.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are people there?
Yeah, we're live, I guess, but we could start letting people in.
All right.
Should we animate people? Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, everybody.
All right, we are slowly letting people in right now. Let's see. Slowly. Okay. We're letting everyone come in with the welcome music. Okay. All right.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
I'm having my sofa instead of me. I don't know how to change this.
I'm sorry?
There's my sofa showing instead of my picture.
Oh, let me see your camera.
I don't know how to change it.
It's okay. You have a beautiful sofa.
All right, so.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
There we go.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Welcome to our full moon event for this evening. We are back here live, of course, on our full moon for the month of June. Today is Thursday, June 24th, 2021. So just a warm welcome to those of you who are joining us. And for those of you first timers, you could go ahead and you could send, an emoji or send the number 1 just so we know that this is your first time. You could do so in the chat box. For those of you on Facebook or Zoom, you can always send it in the comment section. I see some people sending the number 1 in the chat box right now. So welcome. We're so happy to have you here. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I hope that this evening, the experience here this evening will be, if not the same, then better than your experience from your previous month. So yes.
Yeah. So, it's another day, and it's already end of June, and well, seems like COVID here. I don't know about everybody else in the world, but seems like everything's opening up, and hope everyone is still safe out there and things like that. But back in here, we're at some sunny Southern California, so seems like another good day in our life.
A little too sunny, I feel, but I think that's fine with some of us here in the West Coast. I know the weather is very different throughout the United States right now. For those of you in central United States and for those of you on the East Coast, I know it's different than it is here. Even with the time difference, thank you for joining our full moon. I know it's a little later for you guys than it is for us. It's 6 p.m. here. So it's still bright outside. It's still really hot.
So now this way we're here to meditate to cool down.
Yes. That's the thing. If when it's hot on the outside, we have to make sure that we're cool on the inside so that we're able to take any obstacles or anything that is being thrown at us, right? The more calm, the more peaceful, the more cool our mind is, the more ability we have to handle anything that is thrown at us.
I like that. All right.
So we will go over the schedule for this evening. I'm gonna say it according to the Pacific time zone. So we'll refer to it as 6 p.m. So at around 6:10 p.m., we will start with the stretching exercises, and we're happy to have Michelle back with us this month to lead the stretching exercises. And after the stretching exercises, Ven.Klint will introduce meditation as well as lead the meditation practice for this evening. After the meditation at around 6:50 p.m., Ven.Klint will lead everyone to light the candles and also your LED lights. So don't forget to have that nearby so that we can light those candles and those LED lights together. And we will end the meditation session with sharing of love and kindness. And Ven.Klint will be giving us the wisdom talk about the day of gratitude. This month, a lot of gratitude. Father's Day just passed. So I don't know, Ron, did you do anything for Father's Day this month or this past weekend?
Yeah, I talked to my dad. He's in Thailand. So, the best that we can do, so yeah, but I like that. So, when it comes to the issue of, the topic of like gratitude, it's something that we don't really kind of see through on an everyday life. It's something that, and for me especially, that I have to kind of like, make myself aware that this is at whatever part in my life that's going to, whether it be, all the emotions like anger or I'm, happy and this and that these events that happen to me or that the things that I'm going through, that maybe if we change our perspective a little, then we're able to change our view on life. And for example, one of these things can be, gratitude and showing gratitude. And in a way, I really see that as, we as individuals, we have different roles. So for us to have different, put on different hats, for us to be able to, when we talk to our friends, our family, we play these different roles. And, usually, and for them too. So interacting within our society, everybody, they play a role within your life. So whether it's your family, your friends, helping you become better or helping me become better and, have a better outlook on life, we have to remind ourselves that these positions or these roles aren't just for our happiness. You know what I mean? Like, it's that when we play these roles, we're we have to remind ourselves that we are these roles for other people. So whether we need to be a listener, to listen to whatever problems other people are going through, whether we play the role of, helping others by just, actually physically helping, and, and even a little things like reminding themselves or wishing them a happy Father's Day. These little things that we play, these roles that we play, it's the sense of gratitude. It's the way that we can show to them in whatever verbal or physical or any type of way. And it's really in my perspective, I really think that showing gratitude really changes someone's outlook on life. And yeah, like what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know if those of you who are in Zoom, if you have any, comments about what Ron just said, or what is a way that you could show gratitude towards, your father, for example, because it was just Father's Day, or your parents or your loved ones or your friends. So I don't know if anyone here on Zoom would like to share, just a simple act of gratitude that you've done recently, or that's been done towards you.
And that's actually an interesting point too, that you bring up, that what has been done. So we talk about all the present stuff, but how about all the past, and how about people who aren't in this world anymore? That sense, how can we share gratitude, and how can we show gratitude to someone who has passed on? And in that way, it doesn't mean that like they pass away and that their memory, like, or they're gone from this, they're gone from this world, but they live inside of you. So it's one way to be able to show gratitude to your friends and family who's still around and this and that, but how do you show gratitude to people who passed on, or past people in your lives who has helped you get to where you are today?
Yeah, so since we don't have anyone sharing right now, and maybe you guys could think about it for a little bit. Oh, okay, Michelle.
Hey guys.
Hi.
So
Michelle.
I think before we even show gratitude, we have to have gratitude. And sometimes it's easier, it's a lot more simple versus like formulating the right words, or it doesn't have to be this grand gesture, but like taking a moment to just have gratitude for your blessings, or taking 5 minutes to list 3 things you're grateful for before bed, or the first thing when you wake up, like really sets the tone. And gratitude is like a muscle, and the more that you do it, the easier it gets, and it just starts to color everything in your life. I once heard that gratitude is a habit of happy people, and that's just something I repeat to myself all the time to remind myself of that. So I think it's really life-changing to make that a daily practice.
I like that.
Yes. I know. Good. Good job. Or thank you, Michelle. Thanks for sharing. And those of you might, think about what Michelle just said, and also what you might already have in your head. Ven.Klint, I'm sure, will be touching on this, the importance of gratitude and how it could affect or benefit our lives, our daily lives, during his wisdom talk. So that will come after the meditation session. And I'm sure his wisdom talk will be interactive. So prepare to, participate in his wisdom talk, and don't be afraid to share your experiences or how you feel, or just sharing is caring. We would love to hear, everyone has different perspective of things. So it would be good to hear other perspective as well. But yes.
Really, just to go follow up on Michelle, just like, it's this thing we have to like keep practicing, and practicing within our lives and within our everyday routine, because sometimes we get too caught up in like the past or the future that we forget about the present. And yes, we might be to a point and of where happy or we're successful, or on the other end where sad and like depressed. But for us to remind ourselves to even though we might be like happy lives and successful today in the present, what did it take? Maybe all the people in the past who has helped you got there, has to this point that this sense of gratitude, to write, to check in on them, once in a while, to this and that, to be able to really care that it really doesn't really make some that show that we don't forget them for helping us get to where we are. So
Yes. I want everyone to, think about that. We went over Michelle's time a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and start the stretching exercises. Thank you, Ron, for that. I agree with everything that you said. We will touch more on that after the meditation as well. So
yeah.
If everyone is ready, welcome once again to our full moon event for the month of June. We are about to start with the stretching exercises. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Ron so that he could introduce our instructor for exercising.
All right. So to begin today's event, our guest who will be leading our exercise is Michelle Sabilek. She studied human biology at USC and is currently in an accelerated nursing program, which she's there right now, and graduating in this August 2021. She loves nursing and wants to be a critical care ICU nurse. Michelle first did yoga and learned to meditate when she was 15 years old at boarding school in Connecticut. Michelle loves the human body and believes that health is wealth, and there's a mental and spiritual component to all physical healing. We are happy to have Michelle back this month, so please give her a warm welcome.
Hi, thanks everyone.
Hello once again, Michelle.
Hey. So hello from sunny Phoenix, Arizona, and don't complain for 1 second that it's too sunny in California. So I'm joining you from my school, so I know the lighting's a little bit different. Often I sit on the floor. Today I'm in a chair, but whatever is most comfortable for you is how you should sit for your stretching and warm up. So the number one thing to keep in mind is to just keep breathing. We go through so much of our days without really actually taking deep breaths. So I want you to focus on your inhale and exhale. And as long as you're doing that, nothing should hurt. Listen to your body. It should feel nice to you. So follow along as much as you'd like and make modifications as necessary. So first, I want to start out by doing shoulder circles back. So maybe your shoulders make some crunchy sounds. Mine definitely do. Get your crunchies out and roll them forward. And back again. You can do some elbow circles. And this whole time we're sitting up straight, like there's a thread coming out of the top of our head connecting us to the ceiling, holding our spines tall. And your core should be strong. So loosen up your shoulders a little bit more. Now tilt your head side to side. Move your neck however feels relaxing for you. Maybe you've been looking at a computer screen all day. It's very likely that many of you have. Or, reading, even driving a car. Okay. So next, we're going to let's stand up really tall and put our arms up above our heads. Some people go an entire day without putting their arms above their heads. Next, I want you to stabilize yourself, however you need to do that, with one arm and bend to one side. And you should be feeling a side body stretch here. Up through your arm, you can even look up. Okay, and back to center and release that arm. Raise your other arm. And again, half moon, bend to the other side, stabilizing yourself with your free hand. And you can look up to your fingertips if that works for you. Feel it all along your side body and up the back of your arm, and return to center and release. Next, you can grasp your elbows behind your back. Then give yourself a hug. I know I'm changing it a little bit today. And then slowly again, reach behind you and grasp your elbows. And forward. Give yourself a hug. And congratulate yourself for being here today, taking time for your own peace and relaxation. Okay. Next, we're going to do a gentle twist. So take one hand and it's going to wrap behind you. And your hand should be on your opposite leg in front of you, and just twist to try to look at the wall behind you. The whole time your spine is straight, your core is engaged. Nothing should be hurting or uncomfortable. And at your own pace, switch to the other side. Okay, next we're going to forward fold and touch our toes. Hang your head. Maybe shake your head no, nod your head yes. Take several more deep breaths. Maybe now is a nice time to stretch your shoulders. Do whatever feels relaxing to you. Okay, now slowly go back up. Okay, next we're going to do a little bit of a leg stretch. So I'll scoot back for this purpose so you can see what I'm doing. So if you're on the ground, if you're in a chair, just extend your legs. Your heels can be on the ground, but if so, then try to scoot to the front of your chair. The goal is to have your legs straight to stretch the back of your legs. And flex your toes up to the ceiling like this. And then point your toes and flex your toes. And again, if you need to lower your feet, I'm just doing what works for the camera right now. Okay, next do some windshield wipers. And some ankle circles. Ooh, let's throw in our wrists with that. And flex and point. Wow. After having your hands on a keyboard all day, and do some more circles and come back to center. Okay, we're going to finish with shoulder shrugs. So I want you to squeeze your shoulders up to your ears and hold it for 3 seconds and release. It should feel nice in your shoulders. You should feel relaxed when it's over. So shrug your shoulders, squeeze them really tight, and release. Okay, one more time. Squeeze, 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 and release. All right, take a moment to finish out your stretching however you like. I think I might suggest stretching your arm across your body like so, if you need to stretch your legs more, or if you want to roll your head, get some stretching in your neck, then now is the time to do that, and whatever you need to do to feel relaxed. And it's so special to get to join you all for meditation. So thank you again for having me. And I'm always open to feedback. I kind of just do something a little bit different each time, but if there's something you really enjoy, feel free to share. And I'm open to suggestions. Thank you and have a great meditation this evening.
Thank you, Michelle, for being here this evening, all the way from Arizona. I will not complain about the heat here in Southern California. I know it's hotter there. Yeah, thank you. And I hope that you enjoy your meditation as well.
Yeah, that was always good. It's always a good time
Yes.
with Michelle. Yep.
Thanks,
So,
everyone.
thank you. All right, now everybody is, relaxed, and if you're physically relaxed, then we can set our time for to relax our mind. And yeah, so all right. Before we begin to introduce the teaching monk for this evening, please be reminded to have a candle or LED light nearby so that we can light it together. As courtesy to others, please keep your microphone muted. We do invite you to turn on your camera if you feel comfortable, especially during the candle lighting part.
And since everyone was able to, get a little stretch in and relax their body, we'd like to invite Ven.Klint, Kunachayo. Ven.Klint was born and raised in the United States, grew up learning and practicing Buddhism and meditation from a young age. When he finally decided to ordain as a monk on January 5th, 2010, he now teaches meditation at the Dhammakaya Meditation Center of Chicago, or the Meditation Center of Chicago. While ordained as a monk, he studied at Drew University and got a bachelor's degree in psychology. He continues to practice meditation and does his best to help those around him and share happiness and peace to the world one person at a time. Please give a warm welcome to Ven.Klint.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be
Hello,
here with all of
Venerable.
you. Hello, Amy. Hey, Ron. Thank you, Michelle. That was wonderful. Yes, it's really good that we get to join together and be here to meditate together, find peace for ourselves, while ultimately also sharing that peace to the world. As tonight is a full moon day, always a wonderful day to join together, and also very easy. We live in the sky. Oh, full moon today. Meditate time.
I like your full moon behind you.
Yes, it's the background for this occasion, and it's also a very good meditation object. So when we meditate, there are two main steps, relaxation and awareness. So that first step of relaxation is quite important. There are many meditation positions, poses, and postures. You can use any way that you like. The important thing is to feel relaxed and comfortable. The second step is consciousness or focus. And what we do is visualize a meditation object. It can be anything. I recommend the full moon. That's why it's here. As it's bright, it's shining, but it's not blinding. It's calming and cooling. So as we meditate, something like that is a good object to use, or image. And as we meditate, remember one word, relax. Many meditators, we unintentionally try too hard. What happens is our expectation, thinking that we're supposed to reach a certain level. Remember, meditation is a mini vacation, a time for us to be at ease, at peace. So, is everyone ready to start meditation? All right. Then, let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And gently close your eyes, taking a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air, and breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Taking a few more deep breaths, as this is a natural and easy way to relax. And once you are relaxed, you can begin breathing normally again. And before we continue, remember to let go of all your expectations. Whatever you think or know is supposed to happen, let it go. Forget about it. Let yourself feel like you're in kindergarten again. No worries, no regrets, no responsibilities. Just innocent and free, not a care in the world. We're all just relaxing with our friends. And to add to your relaxation, let us do a body scan. Relaxing, starting from the top of your head, relaxing your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyelids, very gently closing them as if you are about to go to sleep, letting your eyelids fall very gently, very lightly, like a feather falling on the still water. And then relaxing your nose, your cheeks, your mouth, down to your chin, letting your entire face become completely relaxed. And let the relaxation flow down to your neck, releasing and relaxing all the muscles in your neck, letting it loosen and lighten, being completely relaxed. Let that relaxation flow down to your shoulders, letting your shoulders feel light and loose, as if a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. No pressure, no tension, just at ease and comfortable. And let the relaxation flow down to your arms, down to the tips of your fingers, allowing your arms to feel light, loose, and comfortable. Then relaxing your chest, your abdomen, and your back. Slowly going down your back, one vertebra at a time. Feel like you are getting a massage, releasing, relieving, and relaxing all the muscles in your back, little by little, inch by inch, letting all the aches and pains melt away, leaving only comfort and relaxation all the way down your back. And let that relaxation flow down to your legs. Let it trickle down from one muscle to the next, releasing and relaxing down to the tips of your toes. And just feel your entire body completely relaxed, completely comfortable, feeling like you can sit like this forever or for as long as you'd like. As we know, the first step to meditation is relaxation, allowing your body to feel comfortable and relaxed. But if you do have any discomfort, feel free to adjust your position and go through the steps again, relaxing from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. And once your body feels comfortable and relaxed, we move on to the next step, consciousness or focus. It is a light focus. What we do is visualize our meditation object. Your meditation object can be anything. For today, let's visualize the full moon, letting it be bright and shining, beautiful, calming and cooling. As we visualize our full moon, we have our mind at our center. In the Kunachayo technique or middle way technique, the center is in the middle of your abdomen, 2 finger widths above navel level. This is your center of gravity, the absolute center of your body. But do not be too concerned with the exact location. Just have a general area is just fine. We know our mind loves to wander. It's not quite still yet. It's very much like water. If you were at a body of water, for example, a pond, and the water is not still, it's moving, it can be difficult to see through the water. But once the water is still, calm, and peaceful, you can see through the water very clearly, very easily. In the same way, that's why you don't need to focus so much on the exact point of the center. As we start off, just allow your mind to slow down first. So know the general area is fine. And we let our mind stay with this one thing, our beautiful full moon. As our mind stays with this one thing for a prolonged period of time, your mind starts to get quieter and quieter. You start to let go of all of our extra thoughts. But take your time. Everyone is at their own level. No need to compare to others. Just allow yourself to begin to let go little by little. As our mind quiets down, you might start to feel lighter and lighter. And this wonderful, pure energy, this energy of peace, will begin to spark and spread throughout you. But let it happen naturally. Take your time. No rush. As we meditate, allow yourself to enjoy this mini vacation where you can truly rest both body and mind. But if your mind begins to wander, as it naturally does, do not get frustrated or annoyed. It is natural. One tool to help us bring our mind back is a mantra. The mantra we like to use. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. You can repeat this mantra in your mind as many times as you'd like, or use your own mantra, word or phrase. For example, relax, relájate, sabay, clear and bright. Use your mantra and your meditation object as your tools to help us let the mind slow down and rest. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Araham. Samma Araham. Samma Araham. Now that our mind is more calm and peaceful, let us share this calmness by beginning to carefully light your candles or electric candles, whatever you have with you. As we start our candle lighting event, as each of these candles or lights that you have are like a light of peace that each of us will light and brighten up the whole world. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize this candlelight that we have all just lit. This candlelight is the light of peace, compassion, and love for all beings. And we let this light become brighter and brighter, letting the light illuminate the entire room or area you're at. And let this light spread out, filling the city and the surrounding cities, filling the state and the surrounding states, filling the country and the surrounding countries, until filling the entire world and now throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our coworkers, acquaintances, all the people you know and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together for us to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Pe Buddha Parapata Pache Kananjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Jenarakampantami Sapaso Sapaputtha Nupavena Sapatama Nupavena Sapasangha Nupavena Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. And now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time, no rush, as we slowly come out of our meditation. But even as we come out, still very much at peace and spreading out this wonderful brightness to the world. How is everyone feeling? All right. Thank you, Quincy. I see your thumbs up. Ah, no, if you want, you can place your candle nearby as a nice reminder of spreading that peace to continue. Or you can blow it out and move it to the side if you like. But thank you so much for joining us in lighting the candles together. The candlelight, it's such a beautiful symbol we love to use because it really is like a symbol of peace. We know that peace, it starts with us. It starts with us, that one single candle. And we can spread out, share that candlelight to another candle, to another candle. When we share that light, we don't lose our candlelight. Our light's still there, and it spreads and spreads. Just like peace. You don't have to lose your peace in order to share peace. And it only grows until it gets to everyone. So thank you so much for joining us and doing that. So as today is our day of gratitude, full moon meditation, when we think of the word gratitude, what are the words, or really, who are the people you think of when you think of gratitude? At this time, the way that I like to teach, or at least the way I like to Dhamma talk, is really allow you to also answer. If you like, you can type in the chat or turn on your mic. So, what do you guys think? When you think of gratitude, who do you think of? There's no wrong answer. Okay, Katrina says my parents. Very grateful for them. Thank you, Katrina. Anyone want to turn on your mic? No? Okay, Penapaz also says parents. All right. VC Lemon says my daughter. Oh, very good. Oh, Carol says grateful to all her teachers. Very, very good. They're all very wonderful and exactly correct. We should be grateful for all the people we interact with, all the people we get to learn from, especially. Yes, and especially since today, we are going to be talking more so about our parents. As who can we be more grateful than to those who brought us into this world, our parents? Yes, as he says, the angels who love us. So, so today I'd like to share a little bit about our parents. So, what are parents? My slides are more on the fun side. So, what are they? What are parents? And are there different types? You might be wondering that. Well, just to go ahead and give you the answer. As when it comes to parents, I say there are three types. Now, the three types are: one are birth parents, meaning those who we are related to by blood. But in this case, sometimes they might not be the ones who raise us. Okay, so I'm sure you can think of that. Birth parents. From there, adoptive parents. Those who we're not related by blood, but they were there to raise us. Both these types of parents are indeed important. They're both your parents. Whether they are by blood but didn't raise you, or not by blood but they raised you, both are just as equally important, because you need both types in order to survive, to become who you are. And then if you're very fortunate, you'll have what I call conventional parents, the parents who both give birth to you and raise you. Realize how fortunate you are to have a person or have parents to take care of you, whether it be a single parent, both parents, or adoptive parents. Whoever was there to raise you, how very, very grateful that we get to be there, to get to have them there with us. So it goes into a question for you all. What have your parents done for you? Anyone want to type in? What have your parents done for you? You ever wonder that? I know for some people, especially in American cultures, sometimes we don't really think about our parents too often. We tend to just kind of fly off and not think about them anymore. But let's take a moment today. What have they done for us? All right, Ricky says, gave us life. Yes. Serena says, everything. Carol says, unconditional love. Teresa said, they fed me. Exactly. Yeah. There's no wrong answer. Oh, they taught me to love more. Very good. Thank you, VC Lemons. Yes. Pat says, to respect my elders. Yes. See, The list goes on and on. In fact, I made a little list for you. Little list. Tiny list. As you see. Now, this is a very small list because there are much more than what is on this list here. From feed you, care for you, buy you clothes, give you advice, take you to the doctor, buy you things. It goes on and on. And this is what our parents have done for us. And it's just a tiny little bit. There's an ancient proverb, or really an ancient quote, say that if you use the world as your pen, the sky as your paper, and use the waters of all the oceans as your ink, you still can't finish writing all the things your parents have done for you. Think about that. You have the world as your pen, so the world's huge. Okay, that's your pen. The sky, seemingly limitless, is your paper, and all the water of the oceans as your ink. Think of how long it would take to write it all down, and still not enough to explain what your parents have done for you. It's a nice reminder how important our parents are, how lucky we are to have our parents. So when you think about them, I show you this picture. What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind when you see this image? Feel free to type in or turn on your mic because this is fun. All right. So let's start with this then. Most of us should realize that we are the person on the left, the one who is almost whole, missing that little piece. And many times, our parents, and even yourself, if you're the parent, you're the person on the right, willing to give, even though you're not full, you're fully whole. You might be missing so many different parts, but you're willing to sacrifice, to give what your child needs, give what that person needs to make them whole. This is what we call compassion, being able to truly give and help alleviate suffering, especially from our parents. Our parents do this for our children. They do it even if you don't realize it. They're always trying to help you, always trying to make you better, even if sometimes while they raise you up, they themselves are kind of falling apart, as you see in this picture. Thank you everyone for your comments on the chat. Yes, it's exactly that. It's unconditional love. It's that care that they give you. Exactly as Mehdi said, parents give us what they have, even though they are not perfect. They try their best. This is a nice image to remind us about this. I know nowadays in the newer generation, sometimes you have higher education than your parents. I've seen this in Asia, sadly, at least in Thailand, where the kids, they start to have higher education and they start to look down on their parents because their parents are just farmers. You have to realize, no, you can't think that way because the education you have is to help you lift up and help, not to push down other people. It's to help each other. And no matter where, and how I look at it also is that box is kind of like wisdom. Wisdom can come from anywhere. It's just up to you to open up your heart and accept, listen. So as we go on with our parents, I have a question for you all. This one might be a little bit more, it might be a little controversial. Not right. I hope not, but we'll see. So the question is, if you were born and left at an orphanage or temple, would you still love your parents? I see a lot of faces going, Well, this will make a lot of people go, maybe not. You don't really feel so happy about this. This doesn't sound right. Now, in the Buddhist perspective, we would say, well, let me give you an example. So let's say you don't love your parents and you love people who are willing to give you things, suppose. It's like, oh, if this person gives me this, oh, I love them. They give me money, I love them. Right? So if someone gives you gifts or money, would you love them? It's like, here you go, have this present, here, have some money. A lot of people Sometimes, especially when you're younger, sometimes you think that's all the important things. They give you stuff, they give you things that you need, they give you the money. You feel like you love them. But suppose that same person asks for something in return. So he says, here, you can have this, but I want something. Starting to feel a little, right? Suppose they ask for your life. Okay, like I said, I have some funny images. I don't want to make it too dark. So, what if they ask for your life? Would you be willing to switch it or be willing to trade it with whatever they give you? No, right? Still love your life. Okay. What if they say, okay, if the life is too much, how about just your leg? They come out with a knife. Jeez, no, no, I'm not going to give you my leg. If he says, okay, if that's still too much, how about if I just take your hand? Just your hand. Still, you love every part of your body, don't you? No one wants to part with any of it. So again, back to the same question before. If your parents left you at an orphanage or a temple, would you love them? Do you realize this body that we love so much, so dearly, we wouldn't want to part with even one fraction of it? Who gave it to you? Our parents did, our birth parents. So yes, we definitely would love them because they gave us the most important thing in the world. Without it, we wouldn't be here. What is that? Of course, you know by now. Our life. Without giving us that life, there's no way we can take those steps forward in our growth to become who we are today, to be able to benefit ourselves and others, be able to do goodness and share goodness, or even to experience what's going on today if it weren't for our parents to bring us into this world. And whenever we're talking about parents, I always like to remind people, when is your birthday? Most people like to celebrate themselves. It's my birthday, let me do anything I want. That's the usual mentality. But after studying and learning so much about our parents, I realized that my birthday was a day where I myself and my parent, especially my mother, was in the most danger in their life, especially myself. I couldn't do anything. It's up to my parent whether to keep me or not. It's a very, very important day, truly life-changing event, or really, and it's the beginning. So whenever it's my birthday, I think back and I like to share gratitude to my parents. So I wrote this poem. I call it My Gentle Giants. I wrote it on my birthday last year. So I'd like to read it to you all. My gentle giants, today I think back over 3 decades ago, a time with magical creatures who helped me to grow. Those gentle giants that shielded me from the heat, no matter rain or shine, keeping me safe to keep. When I was hurt, they'd use magic to help ease the pain, a blow and a kiss, and it was like normal again. When thinking back, I was truly fortunate because these guardians helped me and now congratulate. As now I'm a giant, they all look up to see me. I'm ascending higher and higher as they lifted me. They taught me to fly, and I soared through the sky. But now I'm older. I understand why. Now in the sky, looking back down below, realizing I'm stronger now and can be on my own. While out on my own, it's easy to forget the magic and powers those giants have set. Now, over 3 decades, I have lived on this earth, plenty of time to remember my birth. As today is the anniversary when I came to this land, lived with giants who always held my hand. Nurtured and lectured, trained and disciplined. I am who I am because of them. Today is my birthday. Thank you for the presents, but today I show gratitude to my gentle giants, my parents. So this is just a little thing that I like to do. I like to show my gratitude in poetry sometimes, or little bits of art to remind them. And sometimes I just get to, if I don't have time to write it out, I just give them a call, let them know, thank you so much. So that's just an example of what the next thing I want to talk about, which is what can we do for our parents? So what is it we can do? We can show gratitude. Actually, just as in the beginning when you guys were talking before the stretch, Michelle was saying, exactly, we have to have gratitude first. That's one thing that's important. When you have gratitude, then you can figure out, you start to want to know how to show gratitude. In Buddhism, some people have asked the Buddha, where does wisdom come from? This is the benefit of gratitude. He says, wisdom comes from gratitude. And you go, how does gratitude bring about wisdom? Think about it. If you are grateful for someone who has given you anything, you will do your best to find a way to help them. Thinking about how to find a way to help them uses quite a bit of energy and knowledge. You start to think, figure out, and then you can then begin to start showing it in the various ways depending on how that person or what that person likes. So how I would like to share with you all as some simple, easy ways to try. Number one, remember that our parents supported us. So since they supported us, we should support them. They have cared for us our whole lives. As we're getting older, it's our turn to help take care of them. Another great thing that happens is as you become a parent yourself, you can show your kids, this is what we should do. Take care of their grandparents. Show them, this is what we do. We care for one another. At first, parent takes care of child. Make sure the child can grow. From there, the child is now grown, can continue and come back and help their parent. So that's one way to do it. Another way, remember, they have taught us much. There are so many lessons I've learned from my mom and my dad, and I'm still using to today. And I'm sure you have the same. Lots of wisdom that we've learned from our parents. So another way you can show gratitude is to practice what they taught us. Whenever you teach something to your kids, or you learn something from your parents, parents are always very glad when they see that you do what they have given you advice on. They see that they've made a difference. They feel it. They go, very glad my son, my daughter can do it now, thanks to the advice I gave them. And this is a nice way to help them without even needing to say anything. By showing them, you practice what they taught you. Another one, teach them new beneficial things. As the world continues to change, just in these past 10 years, so much change. And it's good to help them out, teach them beneficial things. What I recommend, if they don't know meditation, teach them meditation. It's such a wonderful tool that helps us in our daily lives to get us that peace. And now that this is a technology age, it's inevitable. Technology can be a little difficult and confusing. Help them out. Technology is wonderful until there's an update. When there's an update, then you all have to relearn how to do it. And I know as we get older, it can be quite annoying, very frustrating, trying to relearn it all. So this is one way we can help. So just some simple, easy tips that I think can really help you in showing gratitude to your parents. And this is the most simplest way. In Buddhism, we also show gratitude when they pass away. When your parents have passed away, what we do is we make merit. In Buddhism, we call merit is like this pure energy that comes from goodness, as in any act of kindness, our donations to our church, our temple, or to our charity, and we think of them and send that goodness to them. Today, I'm making this donation to the temple, and I hope that the goodness will help take care of my parent, my mom, my dad, wherever they are, to be happier, brighter, more at peace while they're up in heaven. We also believe that once you do this, while they're in heaven, they immediately see your face. When that merit reaches them, they go, "Oh, my son, my daughter," and they think of you. So this is a great way to remind us of them when they pass away. Continue to do goodness, share it with them. That way you're always close to them, no matter where they are. So this is just my little bit I'm very glad I got to share with you all. And I'm wondering, does anyone have any other tips? What other ways that you do that you show gratitude? Feel free to turn on your mic if you like, or type in the chat is fine too. Okay. Thank you, Isel. You said care. Yes, loving them, Serena. Oh, great. Brian's just doing yoga with them. It's very good. All right. Hannah also says care. Very good. How about Ron and Amy? What do you guys think? How would you guys, what are ways that you guys show gratitude to your parents? Oh, here's a bonus. If you're a kid, like for example, I know Hannah, she's still very young. Another way you can show gratitude to your parents, especially if you're still living with them, is to clean your room. Do you know how much your parents love it when your room is clean? They go, "Oh, my child, my son, my daughter, they had the room clean." Do you know why they feel happy? One, it shows that you yourself are being responsible. They're so happy you're responsible. Number two, when you take care of the house, you're taking care of mom and dad's house. They love it. So they're very happy that you're helping them take care of the house. So go on, clean your room, okay, kids? What else did you
Spending
do,
time with
Amy?
them. I see,
Yes,
some people in the
exactly.
chat saying spending time with them because, sometimes we get so consumed in our own lives that we forget they're waiting to, spend time with us as well. I try to spend time with my parents, on my days off, at least like once a week. I've been going golfing with my dad and my mom, just so they know that, okay, I'm not just, living my life the way I want to, in a way. I guess that's how you could say it. But I'm also like interested in spending time with them and showing them that I'm still, I'm still willing and I want to spend time with them. So spending time, I saw some people write in the chat. That's a good one. And I agree with that one as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Amy. Go ahead, Ron. What are you going to say?
I was gonna say just like we have to kind of like really see just the bigger picture of like that our relationship with our parents, and while like other people might not like have that same kind of good relationship, but to kind of be able to like look at it as that there's everyone, that we're all human, and we kind of forget that aspect, that if we're once we see that point that, oh, our parents, even though maybe they made mistakes, they aren't like perfect, and it's that disappointment of that expectation that we put on that we kind of forget that we're all of us as humans are just trying to figure things out, and that it's more than just the actions, it's the intentions behind things. And if you look at it from that way, I feel like it really changes your perspective on things.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's why I say when you're fortunate to have your parents there and they're caring for you. I know that there are situations where sometimes our parents because they're not perfect, can end up becoming, how would you say, end up being more of a detriment to your life rather than helping. And this happens in some cases. The problem here is really because your parents are just so frustrated, they don't know what to do. Sadly, it goes on to the child. As a child, it's not easy during that time to realize that, the parents they're suffering. They have problems. And what happens is it just causes more problems to you. What I recommend to that child is to realize, number one, be grateful that, yes, you have this life. That alone is actually enough to need to care for them. As a Buddhist, there's this other story that they say that if you had your parents on your shoulders, suppose you had your dad on one side, your mom on your side, and they spent their entire life there where you had to feed them and take care of them your entire life, you still haven't shown the gratitude equal to them bringing you into this world. So it's not always an easy situation. I would recommend for those who are in a situation like that, do your best to remind yourself of that gratitude, thanking them for giving you this chance to live the life. And if it's in a place where it can be harmful, distance yourself, but then come back in to help when you can. It's a weird kind of in and out. But in the end, you realize that if it weren't for them, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of things is the fact that it's like once you realize that they're just they're just trying their best, and it might not translate to the same kind of actions that you expect, but if you change your perspective and see that the intentions behind these things, then I feel like that you can really cultivate that like gratitude, because it sets that foundation to really to see that, wow, actually, they, even though it might not translate to just the way that they express themselves, that they have a good heart and they care because it's come from a point of love, and it really changes your perspective on things. And yeah, I like your wisdom. Ven.Klint, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Does anyone else have any comments for Ven.Klint, or what, if you want to share with us what your way of sharing gratitude towards your parents? Let's see. Massage mom.
Thank you for keeping this conversation real. Thank you, Pat. No problem. Always keep it real.
Yes. So if no one else has any questions, or you think of something as Ron and I conclude this program, you can always still type it out in the chat box. And of course, Ven.Klint will be reading it, so he'll be able to come back, unmute himself, and answer your questions. But thank you, Venerable, for the meditation as well as the wisdom talk. I hope that everyone here learned, the importance of gratitude, especially the gratitudes that you have towards your parents, and what you could do to, quote unquote, repay them for that gratitude. I know Ven.Klint mentioned that it will not be, the same amount as what they've given us, but some is, of course, better than none. So don't forget to, take that time to show them that gratitude while you still can. Never too late.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Ven.Klint. Like, I like your, presentations and your preparation and the heart that you put in, just to have us understand this such simple concept of gratitude. But it really we have to see it from so many like ways, and to look at it from just like the core foundation of things that you presented, I think that really puts a perspective on things, and really appreciate that.
Yeah. So thank you. Yes, of course, your presentations are always, interactive and also very real. It speaks because you grew up here, so you understand, how to merge the teachings in Buddhism to, us who are living here in the United States and all that stuff. So yes, very knowledgeable. Thank you, Venerable. Before we do say goodbye, Ron and I, we have some announcements about, the program, and also some a new channel that us peace lovers can communicate and stay in touch and, be updated with events and all that stuff. You could join the Inner Peace community on WhatsApp. This is a new channel that we just opened up for anyone to be a part of. So, the staff will be sending the information in the chat section of this Zoom meeting. So you could go ahead and click into that and join. Everyone should, if you're new to WhatsApp, of course, you can always download it. So you can stay tuned with our events and upcoming meditation classes. I know that Ven.Klint is now at Chicago, and he has his own meditation classes that he holds every week. So I don't know if Ven.Klint, if you want to share that. Okay.
Yeah, I have it on my screen here. Yeah, I do my late night meditation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at, you can see the time. I don't know what to say. We have 4 time zones. But yeah, and definitely join in whenever you like. Same on this same exact Zoom channel. The Zoom channel has so many wonderful programs. Very glad to be part of it. And yes, of course, join in whenever you want.
Yes, so that is here on this Zoom. And Meditation Center of Chicago also have they already started their meditation in the garden every Wednesday evenings from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. at their center. And this is just, some pictures from their past meditation session. As you know, they just started up again after the whole COVID thing. People are still wearing their masks.
Social distancing.
Also social distancing. The weather there looks actually very nice. Everyone's in their t-shirts and stuff. So that makes me think that, the weather is a comfortable temperature. Registration, you can do so on their website at dmcchicago.org. So registration is required, so you don't want to skip that step if you want to be a part of their meditation in the garden event. And that link is also the meditation in the garden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the link is sent in the chat box as well. So for those of you who are interested in the Chicago area, go ahead and click and register for that. And then here for us on the West Coast, we have the Peace Point meditation programs that are offered Thursday evenings from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Peace break, and on Sunday mornings from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And of course, it's on the this Zoom meeting ID as well. So for those of you who are interested, you can of course join those events as well.
All right, so thank you everybody. Programs come to the end. So our next full moon meditation event is on Saturday, July 24th. So we hope to see everybody there, and this is exactly 1 month from today. So yep.
Okay. Ben asked in the chat, is there a way to get the information about the West Coast meetings? So we've been trying to do a lot of programs where all the centers could join in one Zoom room, which is this Zoom room. So all of that schedule is posted on the Mind Gem Facebook page. And you can go ahead and go to that and check out, whichever day, whatever time works best for you. Whether you're on the West Coast, Central, or the East Coast, you can find what is taking place on a specific day. And you could also go to their website at mindgem.org. And as you can see, is up on the screen. So yes, I hope that answered your question, Ben.
I love the organization.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's
Yeah, I like
something
how it's like
offered
in
every
time zone.
day.
Go ahead.
Yes, and then we also have the Mind Gem meditation app that everyone could download. There's different teaching monks that you could follow or you could listen to for their guided meditation, as well as wisdom talk. Ven.Klint is of course on there as well. So if you enjoyed tonight's meditation, you could listen to other guided meditation by Ven.Klint along with other teaching monks. And yeah, so mindgem.org or the Facebook page. And I think that is it for this evening's program. Does anyone else have any questions? Ron, Ven.Klint, any last remarks before we say goodbye?
No, not really. Well, make sure you guys, practice all the wisdom that you learned today. And, it's one thing to hear about it, but it's another thing to, integrate it into your daily life. So, just one step at a time. And,
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And definitely, as you're practicing, I'd like to tell you all, a smile a day keeps the stress away. Practice smiling. It's so simple, but it really makes a difference. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Renwell. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ron, for co-hosting with me this evening. And we hope to see everyone again here next month. Don't forget to invite your family, invite your friends to join us on July 24th for our next full moon. And with that, we're going to go ahead and say good night. Have a good rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.